As a little girl, if you were to ask me what I wanted to be when I grew up, I would have said in love. Just not out loud, because people would have thought I was a weird little girl. But that's how in love I was with the idea of love. I mean, I thought Beauty and the Beast was based on a true story. I thought my grandparents' 50th wedding anniversary was an ordinary thing. I tried for my shot at love literally my entire life. When I was in kindergarten, a little boy gave me Miss Piggy earrings, which basically meant we were an item. In the 6th grade, I told my boyfriend I love you for the first time, which lasted about a month. But it was with my college sweetheart that I finally found true love, and 4 years ago, we moved from our hometown of Chicago to New York City. And he was more than my boyfriend. He was my adventure pal, my future husband, the love of my life, and New York was gonna be our next big adventure together. I got there first and got us a place and got us this badass brownstone shoebox. When I got to the unit, I felt so many things, but mostly exhaustion because it was a 5-floor walk-up. But Alex was coming up the stairs, and when he got inside, his first words out of his mouth were, "I could never see myself marrying you." I was frozen for about 10 seconds when I replied, "No," as in, "No, this is not how love works. No, as in, this wasn't my fairy tale ending. No, as in, how could you do this to us?" He left me that night with nothing but the 4 walls and my carry-on, and somehow I was supposed to carry on. After that, I cried for everything. Talking to my mom about foot cream, cried. My best friend texting me a picture of a cupcake, single tear. Sitting on my couch, looking out the window, I would start crying over how sad I must look sitting on my couch looking out the window. And I had no idea how to be single, and being single in New York was a whole other ballgame. After the breakup, it was the first time I didn't believe in love. Luckily for me, neither did half the men in New York City. People also told me to just go back home, but I didn't want to. I had come here for a reason. I just needed to figure out what that was now. That began when my coworker Jen took me to Target. Jen was younger than me, married and Jewish, and had no reason to help me at all, but she was also sweet and compassionate and a total straight shooter. I mean, I could listen to her talk all day about Passover and what it was like growing up in Texas and what never to text a guy first. Hey. And during that whole ride, I completely forgot I was alone, because I wasn't. I mean, more people started reaching out to me, and I even found this group of single friends who taught me so many things, like cafes that turned into speakeasies, calling in sick to go see the Statue of Liberty, and the meatpacking club district scene, which was no place to find a life partner. I mean, I was so clueless about being single that I thought that if I slept with a guy, that meant he was my boyfriend. But luckily for me, I made a strong network of friends that would always look out for me. I mean, even the first and only time I took the subway at 3 a.m., I ran into my friend Lisa, who took it all the way with me back home to make sure I was okay. I started to stop looking over at the seat next to me in search of my boyfriend and began looking straight ahead. And even though I would have bigger problems later on, like surviving Hurricane Sandy, and my condo going up in flames, and my strongest New York romance being with a gay guy who wasn't out yet, I survived, and with the help of complete strangers who became my best friends, I found out that the love I needed never actually left me at all. That love came in so many different forms. I came to terms with my ex, and I realized that in losing him, I actually found myself. Thank you.